Hello fans and friends, and welcome to another video. My name's Keir Smith. Today's video was prompted by a YouTube short that I saw on Sunday evening promoting a new standalone edition of Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. Yes folks, here we go again. We've got another opportunity to buy another copy of this magnificent album. And as you can imagine, it comes in various formats: LP, CD, with posters, postcards, stickers. It all looks very nice, of course. And a special Blu-ray Dolby Atmos remix for those who are interested. But I must say that this release has taken me by surprise, because didn't we have that big box set release celebrating the 50th anniversary of The Dark Side of the Moon back in March earlier this year? So I'm sure that you can forgive me for thinking that the celebrations and re-releases of this great work had all been taken care of back in March. But as I was watching this YouTube short and seeing what I could expect from this new standalone release, something occurred to me. 3 songs played over the short. The second one was The Great Gig in the Sky, the third one was Brain Damage, but the first one, and what I thought was interesting, was Breathe. And you might say, well, why is that interesting? Breathe effectively opens The Dark Side of the Moon after the short snippet that is Speak to Me. What was interesting to me was this YouTube short had been posted on Friday the 22nd of September, less than 24 hours after Roger Waters had released his new The Dark Side of the Moon Redux version of the song Breathe. Could the Pink Floyd YouTube short have opened with Time as opposed to Breathe, or Money as opposed to Breathe? It immediately struck me as a way of Pink Floyd trumping Roger Waters. And of course that could merely be a coincidence. I could be reading too much into things here, admittedly. But anyway, any Pink Floyd release is exciting to me, even if I have got several copies of The Dark Side of the Moon. So I thought, okay, when is it being released? And I noticed that it's the 13th of October. Then I thought, hang on a minute, that is devilishly close to the release of Roger Waters' The Dark Side of the Moon Redux album. So I went back and looked to see when Roger Waters' release was, and that's a week before, the 6th of October. Now, given how much squabbling there's been between the Roger Waters camp and the Pink Floyd camp over the last few years especially, this to me looks like a deliberate attempt by the Pink Floyd camp to tower over Roger Waters' release. As many of us will know, Roger Waters has been less than gracious about his former bandmates when discussing this new The Dark Side of the Moon Redux version. And I think with this new standalone release of Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon, they are merely reminding everyone, as if we need reminding, that it really was a band effort, a collective group effort. So it could well be that many Pink Floyd and Roger Waters fans only opt to buy one of these 2 releases. And it's worth considering because CDs less so, but vinyl prices are at an all-time high. And so it could well be, and probably will be, that people opt to buy the Pink Floyd release. Therefore, sales of Roger Waters' Redux version will suffer and his vanity project will sink like a stone. And just a few thoughts on Roger's Redux version of Breathe. It's actually the opening 2-part from The Dark Side of the Moon, Speak to Me and Breathe. It opens with a spoken word intro that acts as the Speak to Me part of the song, with lyrics taken from a Pink Floyd song from Obscured by Clouds, 3/4. And I think that the lyrics lend themselves well to this piece here, Roger's musings on death, prefixing the song Breathe. I think it sets the mood nicely, and it's a poignant thought coming from an 80-year-old Roger. And Breathe comes in, and I like the spacey atmosphere. I really like the acoustic guitar arrangement, that's interesting. We hear a slow drum beat and some nice but short keyboard flourishes. I like the string arrangements, it's subtle, it's nice. The music's good. And I must add that Roger isn't playing any of the music here, so again, it's a group effort. And that's it really. Merely a few thoughts on what I perceive to be going on in the world of Pink Floyd at the minute. I think that the squabbling between the 2 camps is alive and well and will continue. It's a serious case of us and them. And it'll be interesting to see if Roger has anything to say about these two release dates being so close together, and whether he sees it as Pink Floyd trying to trump him. But I'm sitting on the fence anyway. I love Roger, I love Pink Floyd, and I'm looking forward to both releases. Probably more interested in Roger's new Redux version because it's something a little different. After all, I know the original album so well. But I'd love to know what you think on this subject. Do you think that the Pink Floyd camp are trying to outmuscle Roger here? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks to everyone who watched this video. See you next time.